Hello, welcome to another episode of This, That, and the Other. This past Friday, we had our president sworn in, and this is a subject I've been wanting to discuss for quite a while, but I've had to do some research to really, get information together. It's about the first woman to run for president. It was Victoria Woodhull in 1872. I had run across an article in the Washington Post several months ago. I believe the weekend section had an article on her, and I found it to be pretty interesting because I didn't realize that a woman ran for president that far back. As a matter of fact, women couldn't even vote back then. They couldn't vote until 1920. And the first woman I remember to make a run for the presidency was Shirley Chisholm in 1972. And there's been Barbara Bachman, Elizabeth Dole, of course, Hillary Clinton, and there's been several other women that have run on various parties like Green Party, different independent tickets. Little about Victoria Woodhull. In 1872, Woodhull was the first female candidate for president of the United States, an activist for women's rights and labor reforms. Woodhull was also an advocate of free love, which she meant the freedom to marry, divorce, and bear children without government interference. She was born September 23rd, 1838, died June 9th, 1927. She went from rags to riches, her first fortune being made on the road as a highly successful magnetic healer before she joined the spiritualist movement in the 1870s. While authorship of many of her articles is disputed, many of her speeches of these topics were collaborations between Woodhull and her backers and her second husband, Colonel James Blood. Her role as a representative of these movements was powerful. Together with her sister, she was the first woman to operate a brokerage firm on Wall Street, and they were among the first women to found a newspaper, Woodhull and Claflin's Weekly, which began publication in 1870. May 9, 1872, she attended a women's suffrage convention in New York City. Susan B. Anthony had just become the president. After Susan B. Anthony was through speaking, she wanted to get up and speak for the Equal Rights Party and Susan B. Anthony did not want her to speak because she felt that the party was backed by men and did not want her endorsing a party backed by men, but she got up and spoke anyway, and Susan B. Anthony finally had the gas lights turned off, and she ended up speaking in the dark. Judge Carter of Cincinnati put in a nomination for her at one of the meetings, and on May 10th, 1872, she was nominated for President of the United States at Apollo Hall in New York City. A year earlier, she had announced her intention to run. Also in 1871, she spoke publicly against the government being composed only of men. She proposed developing a new constitution and a new government. A year after that, her nomination was ratified at the convention on June 6, 1872. They nominated the former slave and abolitionist leader Frederick Douglass for vice president. He did not attend the convention and never acknowledged the nomination. He served as a presidential elector in the United States Electoral College for the state of New York. This made her the first woman candidate. So kind of interesting information on her. She was married 3 times, and she died in Worcestershire, England, UK, at the age of 88. So kind of interesting story about her. She couldn't even vote for herself, and there's another woman after her that also ran. I'm going to go through. I looked on the internet. I'm gonna list the various women that have made runs for the presidency through various parties. Get my list here. You had Victoria Woodhull, Equal Rights Party in 1872. 1884, Belva Ann Lockwood, National Equal Rights Party. Again, 1888, same party. 1940, Gracie Allen, Surprise Party. Ellen Linnea W. Jensen, Washington Peace Party. In 1952, Mary Kennery, American Party. Agnes Waters, American Woman's Party. So that's three women that made a run in 1952. 1968, Charlene Mitchell, Communist Party. That's interesting. 1972, Linda Jennis, Socialist Workers' Party. Evelyn Reed, also Socialist Workers' Party. 1976, Margaret Wright, People's Party. She had Benjamin Spock as a running mate. 1980, Ellen McCormick, Right to Life Party. Maureen Smith, Peace and Freedom Party. Deirdre Griswold, Workers' World Party. 1984, Sonia Johnson, Citizens Party. Gabrielle Holmes, Workers' World Party. 1988, Lenore Fulani, New Alliance Party. Willa Kinoyer, Socialist Party. 1992, you got four different women. Leonora Fulani again. Helen Halyard, Socialist Equality Party. Isabel Masters, Looking Back Party. Gloria La Riva, Workers' World Party. 1996, Monica Moorhead, Workers' World Party. Marcia Fineland, Peace and Freedom Party. Mary Calhollis, Socialist Party. Diane Bell Templin, the American Party. Elizabeth Masters, Looking Back Party. 2000, Monica Moorhead, Workers' World Party. Kathy Gordon Brown, Independent. 2004, Diane Bell Templin, the American Party. 2008, Cynthia McKinney, Green Party. Gloria La Riva, Party for Socialism and Liberation. Diane Bell Templin, American Party. 2012, Jill Stein, Green Party. Roseanne Barr, Peace and Freedom Party. I vaguely remember her making a run. Peta Lindsay, Party for Socialism and Liberation. 2016, Hillary Clinton, Democratic Party. She won that. She was the first woman to win a nomination for the presidency. At least for the two major parties, for the between the Democrat and Republican. Jill Stein, Green Party. Gloria La Riva, Party for Socialism and Liberation. Allison Kennedy, Socialist Workers' Party. Monica Moorhead, Workers' World Party. Linda S. Kahn, Independent. Khadija Jacob Fambro, Revolutionary Party. All right, these are people that did not, women that ran that did not receive their party's nomination. Abigail Scott Duniway, Equal Rights Party. She rejected the nomination. 1920, Laura Clay and Cora Wilson Stewart both ran for the Democratic Party, as did Cora Wilson Stewart in 1924. 1940, Ann Milburn, National Greenback Party. 1964, Margaret Chase Smith, probably the first woman that had some success in it. She ran for the Republican Party. She received 227,007 votes in the Republican primary and won 27 delegates at the 1964 Republican Convention. Faye T. Carpenter Swain ran in the Democratic Party. 1972, Shirley Chisholm, I believe the first African. Was she the first? No, there was a woman before her that ran the Communist Party. I believe was first to make a run for the presidency, first African American woman, but first African American to run for the Democratic nomination. She won 152 votes at the National Convention. I was reading a little bit about Shirley Chisholm. She said her race was not as much of a factor as her being a woman. It's kind of interesting. She said being a woman was more of a problem for her than being a minority. Patsy Takemoto Mink ran for the Democratic Party. She was from Hawaii. Bella Savitsky Abzug. All three of these women ran for Democratic in 1972. 1976, Barbara Jordan and Ellen McCormick ran for Democratic Party. 1980, Korine Kaneshi Horbal and Alice Tripp, Democratic Party. 1984, Martha Kirkland, Democratic Party. 1988, Patricia Schroeder, Democratic Party. 1992, Tenny Rogers, Georgiana Dorshuk, and both ran for the Republican Party, and Caroline Killeen on the Democratic Party that year. 1996, Elena Eloy Duffy, Dr. Heather Ann Harder, and Caroline Killeen ran on the Democratic Party. Susan Gale Ducey, Isabel Masters, Mary Latoll, Georgiana Dorshuk, and Tinny Rogers ran on the Republican Party. 2000, Dr. Heather Ann Harder, Democratic Party, and Republican Elizabeth Dole. I remember her running. She had 231 write-in votes in the New Hampshire primary. Dorian Yeager, Angel Joy Chavez Rocker. 2004, for the Green Party was Lorna Salzman, Joanne Byer Beeman, Carol A. Miller, Sheila Bilyeu. The Democratic Party for that year was Florence Walker, Catherine Bateman, Jean Chebib, Caroline Killeen, Mildred T. Glover, Carol Mosley Braun, and Millie Howard. Okay, 2009, Hillary Clinton and Caroline Killeen for the Democratic Party, Mary Ruwart for the Libertarian Party, and Christine Smith also. Green Party was Cat Swift, Elaine Brown, and Nan Garrett. Susan Gale Ducey for the Republican Party. 2012, Roseanne Barr ran for the Green Party. She had her running mate was Jill, or no, I'm sorry. The person that won that Green Party ended up being not Jill Stein. That's what. Michelle Bachmann ran for the Republican Party, and she withdrew in January of 2012. 2016, Carly Fiorina, Republican Party, withdrew in February 2016 with one pledged delegate in Iowa. So that's basically the various women that have run for office of president, and it's about what I was able to find on the internet. And then like I said, I had a little bit of memories of Shirley Chisholm and Elizabeth Dole making a run, and of course, Hillary Clinton, and that's basically all what I was able to find on this. So just looking on the internet, looking at some videos of the history of the first woman to run for president, and I don't believe I actually showed a picture of Victoria Woodhull right here. And that's basically all I was able to find on this. As always, subscribe, like, and thanks for watching.